Hello friends. So this week, bit of a longer video. Haven't done one that's this long before, so it's gonna, I guess, kind of have more of a streaming radio feel, because I'm just gonna chit chat while it plays, or at least that's the aim anyway. So this week we are looking, I wanted to create a VTubing character so that I had some sort of version of me on the screen that isn't actually myself, because I tried a few weeks back to video myself just sitting in front of the camera just talking, because I thought that would mean I'd be able to record content easier, because I wouldn't have to just also be thinking about what to put on screen while I talk. And I actually got really anxious and I had a bit of a panic over it, because I just felt really uncomfortable in front of the camera, which is really weird, because when I do my get ready with me videos, I'm totally fine with them, but that's just me being visually present and not talking. There's something about putting the visual and the audio together that just makes me super anxious. I get really paranoid about watching myself. So I downloaded 2 apps this morning that were about creating VTubing characters, so that there can still be a version of me on the screen while I'm talking, and hopefully one of these will work. So the 2 apps that I downloaded, one was called Hyper, which is this one that you're seeing now, and the other one was called Veroid Studio, which you'll see in a little bit. But this one, it was good because I liked the animation of the characters. They feel a bit more 3D as opposed to 2D in terms of how they move, and they just look a bit more, I don't know what the right word is, but yeah, that was a positive anyway. I feel like they look really good. They're a bit more 3D vibe than 2D vibe, and the only downside though was you have to pay for some stuff. So you can see on the left hand side there's some styles that I'm scrolling through that are for free, and then others you have to pay in-app coin money for, which I started off with, I think it's 1,500 at the top in the middle, and then I did have some of the little diamonds, but I used them unknowingly to start off with, where I was opening loot boxes, but I didn't realise they costed the diamond currency. I got some free stuff, but then I realised I could have used it for this and it would have been better, which is annoying. But yeah, it's good. I like it. So I was in 2 minds about do I create a character that looks exactly like me in real life, or do I kind of go a little bit out there and do something a bit different? So that's why you're seeing me spend ages looking at the different hair options, because I was oh, maybe it should be brown hair, because I have dark brown hair. And I was no, I want it to be a bit different. So I gave her this pink and purple hair, because I have had pink and purple hair previously, and I really liked it. I stopped dyeing my hair to because it was kind of getting quite damaged. So but it would be nice for me to feel my little VTubing character has a bit more, she can have coloured hair and not damage it, whereas it's harder for me to do that. So yeah, but I was playing with the eye colours, and I think I did go for green in the end, because I do have green eyes, but I just played around with some of the other ones, because I really like seeing how different colour palettes work together. And I know whenever I create any kind of character, I always go with some sort of colour palette. It's I use My Hero Forge for D&D miniatures, and a lot of the time if I'm creating a new character, I'll create the miniature and then I'll do a story around it, but they usually always have a colour scheme, or they're always coordinated and have a colour palette. So I feel this is kind of going down the same route. I think both of my characters I created both have similar kind of palettes. They're both kind of like that pastel-y palette with like pinks and purples and blues and that kind of thing. So it's definitely clear that I know what I like. Yeah, so just scrolling through all the different hoodie options at the moment. I love a hoodie. I thought these were really cute and looked very comfy. But I thought I'll just see what else there is around, and just see what fits really. I was trying to like scroll through and find all of the free options, and this like blue hoodie with the white tank top underneath, that was like the cutest free option that I could find. So essentially, other than one item, this whole character is created with like free aspects within that app. So I think the only thing I ended up quote unquote paying for was there was like an earring piece, like a green cute kind of earring that was like 500 coins of the in-app money that you get for free when you start off. So everything else on it was free, which was kind of cool. I was like, maybe I'll try and stick to this and like see how much of it I can do as like a free thing, just to see what kind of look it gives me. That skirt's so grim. I don't know why I put that on. Probably because it said free and I was like, let's see what it looks like. But yeah, I think I went for the skirt in the end on this one, like the little pink one. I can't remember. Yeah, I think I went for that one because it was free. I wanted the other one. I wanted the checkered one, but I didn't have any diamonds to pay for it, which is annoying. It's like, I need more diamonds. I don't know if you like get them every time you log in or something, but I'd definitely be interested in like trying to see if I can earn more stuff to then make a cooler character. I guess that's buying into the whole app and stuff, which it could be useful, but I think to start off with I'll try and keep it fairly simple. I was playing around with different socks and leg warmers. I quite like the random tights that were like one leg on and one leg short. I think I was about to go back to them in a minute. Yeah, those ones. They don't massively go with the rest of the outfit, but I think they look kind of cool. Oh, and the shoes was a bit annoying as well. I feel like I'm moaning about this app now. I wanted to be able to choose whatever I wanted, and I think that's what was my main gripe with it, because there's these pink trainers that I should be putting on her feet in a minute, which would have gone perfectly and looked really cute, and no, I would have had to pay for them and I didn't have anything to pay for them with. Where are they? There. Yeah, look how cute that is. That would be so much better, but I don't have 24 flipping diamondy things to pay for them, so I had to go back for the normal black ones, which are really boring. But I guess my thinking was like, I'm trying not to get too hung up on it, because when I'm using the avatar, it's mostly going to be like waist up that is going to be on the screen, because the idea is that like I would record myself, but what you would see would be the avatar, but then how I move, it would be mimicked through AI, through the avatar. So when I shake my head, it would shake its head. If I open my eyes really wide, it would do the same kind of thing. So it's like a nice little get around, I feel, for like, I guess, people who are not that comfortable in front of the camera by themselves. I really don't know what it is. Like, you'd think I'd be okay with it and try and get used to it, but yeah, it just makes me really really uncomfortable. So my partner, my husband Matthew, suggested that I try and figure out a little like VTubing character and do it that way. Oh, I remember these little wings, look how cute they are. I need to get diamonds so I can have little wings and like some little horns or little ears or something, because that would be sick. It looks so cute. That's the little earring that I was saying I paid for, just because it was the same colour as the eyes, and I thought that was really nice. Yeah, but yeah, anyway, no, Matthew, my husband, was saying like, you know, try a VTubing character, because then you don't have to put yourself on the screen, and I was like, okay, that sounds good. And it's a really good suggestion, because I think it will make me feel a bit better about it, and it will just be easier. I'm just trying all of the different headbands and hats and stuff at the moment, because they're so cute. Like, I just want to have the entire wardrobe open for me to buy whatever I want all the time. She's looking quite put together and cute now. I'm quite pleased with that. Went back to that earring, because that's nice. I think we're about there with this one, actually. You have to let me know what you think. Like, we'll come on to the next app, which is Veroid Studio, in a minute. That one was quite different. I feel like this one's like the cool app, where it looks really like modern, and I really want those headphones. That looks really cute. Yeah, just playing around with different random stuff now. I thought those were quite cute. I don't really know what they are, though. Are they like horns? Are they seashells? Are they headphones of some sort? I don't know. They look really sweet, though. But yeah, so this is how she turned out. I'm pretty pleased with her, considering it's all free. And yeah, do let me know what you think. I'm gonna move on to the next one now. Okay, so this is the other one. This is the Veroid app. And this one, I have to hand it to them. This one has so many options and so much detail, and it's all free. So after I finished, I was trying to figure out where the downside was. I had to save my finished one as a file, so I don't quite know how I then make it work as a moving VTubing avatar. But this one definitely gave me like Sims vibes, you know, when you used to play The Sims and you'd like spend more time in the character creation studio than playing the actual game, or at least that was what I used to do. I was one of those people. But yeah, there's so much detail. Like, you can literally edit anything yourself to like the nth degree with all the sliders on the right hand side. I didn't do that at all for this. I just stuck to the toolbar that's on the left and picking through the options that were there. The only thing I edited that was on the right hand side was the colour of the eyes on the hair. Yeah, this one, just looking at the different eyes, I love anime eyes. I think they're so pretty, and I love how much detail goes into them. I'm pretty sure the ones that are on screen now, I think they're the ones I went for in the end, because I thought they looked like they had these little clouds in them, and I thought that was really cute, as if like you can tell that she's looking at the sky or something, and I quite liked that. But they literally go into like so much detail for the eye. There's the shape, there's the iris colour, there's the pattern on top of it, there's the mascara and the eyeliner and like the eyelids, and I think this was the most detailed section, and I like some of them I was like, there's barely any difference, but it was also nice at the same time to be offered so many different like options. Yeah, that was really cute. So these are the eyes I went for in the end, and just doing eyebrows now. I'm not too massively bothered about the eyebrows, because as long as they don't look silly, I'm not massively fussy, to be honest. So tried a few, and then this is the eyelids thing, so you can kind of see there's only a very small difference just on the inside of the upper eye, the different line options for the artwork. So that was the only main difference. This is the eyeliner, where there was loads, and I was like, oh, how out there do I go with this? Because like this one, I was like, that's real pretty, but I don't know if it's me. I feel like it's a bit too intense. I'd rather just have something that's like, I don't know, got like a clean kind of flick to it. Like when I do my own eyeliner in real life, like I like to just have like, try and do like a little flick, nothing massive. So I was like, I think I'll try and find something the same, because I think otherwise it might just be a bit over the top, because I'm one of those people where like with I'm not a massive makeup person. Like I can do my own and that's about it, really. But with the eyes, I was like, that's the main thing I'll focus on. But then I don't want to do too much for the rest of the face or make the eyes too complicated, just because I know that I'm more likely to go a bit ham on the hair. Because I love like really fun hair, or like braiding, or like bright colours, or putting stuff in my hair. And I think with this one, I definitely went a bit more out there with it, and like added lots of different bits and pieces into it to make it a bit cute, so it doesn't represent like my actual hair at all. But I really liked it, so but we'll get to that in a little bit. We're concentrating on the face for now. So I think we're trying to figure out different eyelashes at the moment, so again I wanted to try and keep them relatively simple. I think just about figured them out now. So I was quite pleased with this one. I feel like it was cute, but it wasn't too over the top. So this one was quite odd. I was like looking at the nose options, and I turned her to the side because I thought that maybe I would see different like profile shapes, but I didn't. They all stayed the same no matter which option I clicked on. And then I realised I actually probably need to just look at it from the front. And it's such a small thing, but like there's just the tiniest differences between how they're drawn, so I had to sort of like properly zoom in to figure out which one I wanted, because I don't want it to be like too in your face, but I also wanted it to be relatively visible, and I feel like a lot of them aren't. The same with the mouth, like I felt like there wasn't that many that were hugely visible, but I guess that's also kind of the whole anime vibe, isn't it? Like the eyes are the important thing, and the nose and the mouth are just like little bits of line work that just indicate that they're there, but the eyes are where the expression comes from in the animation. And the same with the cheeks. There wasn't too many, there was quite a few, but I didn't see that much difference, so I just went for like one that had like a little kind of rosy cheek glow to it, but nothing too much. With little dots just above the, like on the cheekbone, so that's nice. Just put that one in there, and just I have the habit of thinking I've picked the one that I like, and then I will check all of the other ones just to make sure, and then go back to the one that I chose in the first place anyway. So now we're in the face paint section, which I thought was really cute. There was lots of different like options, so I just pressed on most of them because I wanted to see what they look like. I think in the end I just stuck with like, what's the one that I went for in the end? Oh, I went into this expression editor, and I was like, I think you can like save them as different expressions, but I didn't do that yet. I figured that was like more in depth than what I needed to start off with. But this is my favourite bit. Now we're in the hair section. And there was, again, so many options, and I love that. I love having all the options available to me, and I can pick whatever I want and make it look as wacky or as cute or as kooky as possible. So like I was saying with the other app, like I started off with just brown hair because I was like, that's, my actual hair colour, so I'll start off and figure out what looks cute, and then I'll play with colour afterwards. But again, like even the hair section is split out into like so many different subsections. Like there's sets, which is what we're looking at now, which is I guess like a fully finished built hairstyle effectively, but then you can literally go in and like change the front, change the back, add anything onto the top, add extensions in, add side bits in, add like the cute little flicks on the top, like so many different options. But I was just in my element. I loved it. It was really fun. I kind of wanted it to sort of, initially I was looking at like how do I make it look like my actual hair, because I have like kind of like a grown out fringe like on either side, so it sort of frames my face a little bit, but I don't it's not like an actual fringe, it's just grown out a little bit. So a lot of these fringe options I was like, they're too short, or they don't actually look what I look like, and I think for a little while I got a bit hung up on making it look like how I look, So I was like, I need the right length hair and it needs to be wavy, but most of them are straight hair, and yeah. I quite liked the long pigtail like braids, but it looked a bit not quite right, so that's why I didn't choose that in the end. That was as wavy as the hair got. There wasn't anything that was like actually curly like how my hair is, which is a shame, but I think that's what made me kind of go, right, well, if you can't decide, then let's just do something that's not actually like your own hair and just go a bit kooky and a bit out there. So I think in a bit you will see me change the hair colour, which will be cute. Yeah, but just looking at the front of them now, just, like I say, just flicking through a whole bunch of them, even though I probably know the one that I want. Because I think sometimes with the way that the options are angled to the side, like a 3/4 view on the heads on the left, like scrolling bit, you can't completely see what they look like at the front, and that was kind of what was important for me. So that's why I tried quite a few. So I went with this one in the end because it was the waviest option I had. And then just started looking at other like edits that I could do. Like this was more about styles, I think. There's quite a few cute ones, which was nice. I liked this one. I like when you see like the little anime like bunches or like little space buns, but this looked a bit nicer because it was kind of in the middle of the two. So yeah, and here's me playing with the colour options. So I wanted it to be like a lilac-y, kind of between like purple and pink, but more of a pastel vibe. So yeah, I just went with this, and I kind of just over the next few minutes just ended up like adding loads of extra little bits to it just to go all out on it, which was really fun. Oh yeah, I just forgot that I hadn't changed the eye colour. So I was playing around with how intense do I want the green to be, and I literally just went around the whole colour wheel at one point because I was like, oh, look how many options look really sweet and like it's so cute. But I went for like a kind of paley green, a bit like with the other one really on the other app. Like I like having green eyes. Yeah, I just feel like when you do them in like a character creation with this kind of thing, I feel like they stand out quite nicely. And I was toying between, do I go more pink, do I go more purple, do I go more blue, like how do I want the hair to be? I quite like the pale pinky peach as well. It was quite nice, almost like a peachy champagne colour, or like rosé colour, but I landed on the slightly more purple option towards the end of it, which I was really pleased with. I think she looks really cute. So I think the next bit was to like add in extensions, which I didn't really know what it meant, but it I guess it's like if you go for a shorter hairstyle, you can add extra pieces in. So some of these are the ones I was adding on. I was like, they're not right. But then I found this one and I was like, oh my god, not only could she have bunches, but she could have space buns that go into bunches. So I just tried a few different ones, and I thought this one looked really cute because it looked like she got like little braids around the space buns and then they kind of fall into bunches. So this is where I started to get a little bit like wacky with it, like added some little braids down on either side. And I was really pleased with this. It just looks like there's more to the hair now. Like I think it looks more interesting. So I think I went back to, yeah, that's the one I went with, the little braid option. I love putting braids in my hair. Like I'll just do it when I'm like bored, or if like my hair's getting cotty, I'll like brush it through with my fingers and then just braid it so that I stop messing around with it. But I also find it like really therapeutic, like braiding hair. So I quite like the fact that I could have like little braids in this as well. I wasn't sure about these little extra add-ons at the top of the head. I looked at a few of them, and then I went for this one. I think I'm checking through. That's the one I went for because it just looked like a little extra on her, which I thought was quite sweet. pretty sure I go back to it in a second, because some of them I was like, what are these? These don't make any sense. But then I went for this one because it kind of looks like little ears in a weird way. I thought that was cute. Yeah, I quite like that. But we are getting to the point now where we're going to look at some clothes. Get her a little cute outfit, make her look all cute. So yeah, it's we have like whole body presets, and I flicked through them and I was like, they don't look like they're changing. But that's probably because she was in a massive t-shirt. So yeah, I went through like whole outfit sets to start off with, just to see if there was an easy option for like a full-on outfit so that she would be like done. And some of them were okay. Some of them I think I did, what I did in the end was right, whereas I looked through like what the top and the bottom options were to make something a bit more unique. But these outfits were really, really cute. I just think some of them weren't quite right for what I'm after. Like, I want something that looks cute and comfy, but isn't over the top, if that makes sense. But at the same time, I did want to try on all of the fancy outfits too, because why not? Yeah, you know, she could be a pop star. Look at her. She could be a mage in an anime. She could be a little druid. She could be anything she wants to be. But ultimately, the donut hoodie was where it was at. Like, yeah, pretty sure we ended on that one. I landed on that at the end of it. But I wanted to check that there wasn't anything else that I was interested in, so I had to look through, see if there was anything else I would prefer. But the donut hoodie is just too good to pass up. Look at it, it's too cute. But I didn't want the donut trousers, so I needed to find something else. And I think I went to try and find like a skirt, but the hoodie's too long for the mini skirt to always show from underneath. Yeah, so some of the skirts did like a weird thing where they didn't quite mesh with the hoodie. Like, I wanted this little navy skirt, but it didn't look, you just can't see it because the hoodie's too long. But which for a while made me think, oh, maybe I should definitely have trousers. And I was like, no, if you want a skirt, have a skirt on her. Like, the fact that you can't see it is irrelevant. Like, you know. Oh, these are dress options. This little fairy one was really cute. I did like that one. And that is really sweet. But again, trying to keep it simple and chill, because that is the vibe for this channel. That's what I'm aiming for, is cute, cozy, get a snack, get a drink, and we'll just hang out while I do some creative stuff. So hopefully that's the vibe you're getting. Aiming for it anyway. So yeah, we checked a few other options out just to see what would work, but ultimately we did go for the donut hoodie and the little skirt that you can't see, but I don't care. You can kind of see it under these ones, yeah, but then when you put the donut hoodie on, it like just doesn't want to work with it. But I was like, I don't care, I want the donut hoodie. Look how adorable. Oh yeah, we looked at some neck options, like necklaces and stuff, and I quite like the idea of the bow, but it doesn't quite match with the hoodie or like integrate into the hoodie design, so I left it in the end. I thought that was nice, but I left it in the end because I was like, it's kind of messing with how the hoodie looks. So won't worry about it. Same with the arm accessories. I was like, oh, that'd be nice, but then you can't see it, but I don't really care. Yeah. We're going to socks next. So I quite liked these ones because they got little donuts on the socks. Those are the donut ties, which were really sweet, with the little chocolate sauce dripping at the top. But I liked the ones where the donuts were like on the socks instead in the end. I tried a few others out, see what they're like. Yeah, they're that's the ones that I wanted to go for at the end. I feel like that completes the vibe. That suits the look more. But yeah, so I checked a few others out. Obviously, we've got donut boots and stuff. And this is where we'll probably leave this one. I'll stick her pink shoes back on. There we go. So that's her. I think her hair might need to be a bit more pink, actually, based on this outfit. But anyway, we do now have two options. So we have this little donut girl with pink hair and pink shoes, looking very cute. And then we also have, from the other app, this cool chick, who looks remarkably similar kind of style, but slightly more like she's the bad girl at school that will get you in trouble, like the mean girl, as opposed to the class nerd. I didn't realise until I put these pictures side by side how similar they look. I clearly had a vision in mind. So you guys will have to tell me which one you think I should go for, and I will have to do a bit of figuring out as to which one works better in terms of like how I animate it and like ease of use for me actually recording stuff. But I'd love to know what you guys think, so let me know. Okay, alright, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next week when we finish this little thing up. Okay, bye.